The information shared is for educational purposes only. Before taking any action, please seek the advice of a financial or tax professional. Hi, my name is Ron Yaish, and I'm with Special Needs Life Planning. Today, we're doing a walkthrough, kind of like a guided tour of the state of Indiana ABLE account website here. It's called Invest Able Indiana. Invest Able Indiana. Oh, I didn't realize the I. Whoops, my bad. Investable Indiana. I like that. Okay. So when you come to the state website, just to go through a couple of things. One, we're just going through the website itself. We're not going into the ins and outs of an ABLE account. For that, you can look below this video for a link to a webinar that we did on the ABLE account, kind of like a good overview. We run those webinars continuously, so you could check that out, sign up, and partake. Today, you'll notice that I may be jumping over things that specifically discuss, some of the ABLE, some of the reasons to be an ABLE and how ABLE works. I'll go through some of it, but you will see us jumping around. And last but not least, please make sure before taking any action to seek the guidance of a professional, whether it be a financial professional, a tax professional, or if you're working with an estate attorney that can give you some guidance. So my name is Ron Yaish. Again, I'm from Special Needs Life Planning. And let's jump right in. Okay, when you get to this website, you see a little pop-up box. This lets you know that there have been some changes that took place December 22nd, 2017. There were some new changes to the ABLE account codes, and that may impact some of the ABLE accounts. So for example, the very first one, the rollover from 529 college savings accounts, there may be some parents that started saving for their children when they were very young. And at this point, the parents may have other plans, like wanting to make use of that money if that child may not be going to college. If that child may have special needs, that may be a reason why a parent may want to shift. So there's a lot of, so this new change allows parents to roll money over from a 529 college savings plan into a 529A ABLE account. Although the code has been changed, this is a federal change in the tax reform bill. This hasn't necessarily carried over into the way the states are going to implement it. So we are currently filming this. This is the beginning of 2018. This is fairly a new change. So the jury is out. We want to see how the states are going to implement this and if they decide to implement it and how that's going to work. Okay. There are some other changes. Please read that pop-up in order to keep yourself informed. Okay, so let's check out this website. I like it. Simple, clean, and you get here and you know who this platform is for, right? Giving those with disabilities the ability to save. Okay, so new Investable Indiana helps individuals save while preserving their SSI and Medicaid benefits. That is huge, and that is one of the underlying purposes of the ABLE plan in general. Okay, so save smart, invest easily, start here. And then you have forms. So we're going to jump into plan benefits. Okay, they let you know it takes 15 minutes to actually apply for this account. That's great. Lets you know it's not going to be a big to-do, not going to be too cumbersome, and it's well within reach of your time. You're not going to be sitting here for 2 hours trying to figure things out. We're going to go through it towards the end, hopefully, and you'll see it's some filling out of boxes and some check marks, and they've tried to mainstream the process and to really make it as simple as possible. Okay, this is a very important point, and I can't stress this enough. Each individual ABLE account that is run by the state, which they all are, by each individual respective state, may have a balance amount. So, for example, a state may have a $400,000 balance for the ABLE account. That's great if that's what you need and that's what you want. But if anybody receives SSI benefits, the minute that account balance gets to 100,000, the individual's benefits will be suspended. So this is a good plan for somebody who gets SSI benefits as long as you can keep the balance of this account below 100,000. And again, that's not going to happen right away because this is fairly new and people can only put in $15,000. So unless you have a really amazing investment story on some wild, which is probably not going to be the case because most of these are fairly limited. Even though there is a nice selection of investments, it's not like you could put the money into an IPO and then tomorrow have $1.5 million. So, okay, how to avoid fees. So there are two sets of fees with these types of accounts. One is an accounts maintenance fee, and the other one is for the investments themselves. So we'll talk about the investments themselves. The language, when somebody charges you, financial advisor charges you 1% to manage your money, okay? That's 1%. Now, that's actually the equivalent of what in the financial industry is called 100 basis points. So if they were charging you 0.34, okay, you wouldn't say 0.34, you would just say 34 basis points. So that's what you're seeing here. It's 34 basis points to 38 basis points. That's the range. In addition to that, there's also a $15 maintenance charge per account, and that could be reduced if you go the digital statement way. So that way they don't have to, process that and print paper, et cetera, and pay for postage, so that you will you save $3.75 per quarter. We're not getting to who's eligible. Okay. The qualified disability expenses are what you're allowed to spend the ABLE account money on. And that's very important because the whole purpose here is to benefit and hopefully improve the quality of life of the individual with special needs. That's the purpose of this account. So these are the types of expenses that you can spend the money on: education on behalf of the individual, health and wellness, housing, et cetera, et cetera. If you would like a free report, you can go to our website, specialneedslifeplanning.com/QDE for qualified disability expenses. Again, specialneedslifeplanning.com/QDE for expenses, for qualified disability expenses. I will have that link below, so you don't have to necessarily worry about writing that down. Let's go to the facts. Okay. Do I have to prove eligibility? If you don't necessarily have SSI or SSDI, you would need to provide a doctor's note. And the details for that you can read and look up. Do I have to prove that withdrawals are qualified? So at this point, the answer is no. You don't have to. And not sure if that's going to change or when that's going to change. Likely that is something that is being discussed and worked on behind the scenes. Can I have more than one investable ABLE account? The answer is no. You can't have any second account, whether it's in Indiana or anywhere else. This These accounts are in the name of the individual with special needs, and that individual may only have one account. Very different than the 529 college savings accounts, where a parent can have an account for each of their children, and the grandparent can have for each of their grandchildren. So that child could theoretically be benefiting from 5 different 529 college savings accounts, right? The 2 grandparents, and then let's use the parents as 1, so that would be 5. So I guess it could theoretically be 6, but okay. Can friends and family make contributions? The answer is absolutely. Something that I recommend, just as an aside, you may want to put together, a nice note and send it out to close friends and family once a year, let's say around the individual's birthday or a holiday time when gifts are shared. If you're thinking about getting so-and-so a gift, this may be something you may want to consider. Again, you're not asking them for a favor or a donation, but you're saying, if you're thinking about giving so-and-so a gift, we're trying to help this individual raise their, and increase their savings. This is a nice thing and a nice way to do that. And in the note, you would include the address for the Indiana plan, the actual account number, and the individual's name, so that it makes it easy for them. They could take that info, they could send a check, and that could help you. And, we need to get the word out. How often can I change my investments? These are pretty standard questions. The answer to that is twice a year for the current investments. Anything new could be put into something different. Okay. Investment options. Let's check this out. Investable Indiana offers a range of investment options. Okay. So I like that they offer right away. They tell you, what if you're concerned about the market, right? We're not giving any financial advice not giving any financial advice here. This is really, the whole purpose of this is to educate individuals, but we're certainly not saying what one option is better than the other. But just the fact that there is an FDIC insured checking option is great for those people who feel like they're concerned about getting involved with the ABLE account because they don't want the money to get lost and they don't want to lose the money in the market. So here you have something. As long as the account is, you have up to $250,000 is FDIC insured, put it in this checking account, and becomes a win-win. If you want to look at some of the options, they have 6 options from aggressive all the way to conservative. And if you click into conservative, for example, you could see how they go about describing the conservative option, how that pie graph is cut up, what goes into it, and that's important. There is risk. You need to know that. These are the types of funds that they're using: Vanguard, BlackRock, Schwab funds, and there's not going to be much on the historical prices, even though they. Oh, okay. We're going to go back. I don't know what that is, but we're going to go to the plan disclosure statement. 112 pages. We're clearly not going to go through that. But when you do take on some investments, and besides for getting financial advice from a professional, it's a good idea to have this information and know what you're looking at. So this is the member plan contact information. So if you wanted to give friends and family the address, this is what you would give them. You would give them the account number. So here are some of the details regarding the Indiana plan. The balance limit is $450,000. Okay, now that doesn't mean that your account can't grow beyond that. It just means that once it hits that amount, the account will not accept any more of the annual contributions. Okay, and this is Achieving a better life experience and learning. Okay, that's the board. Okay, we discussed the fees. You have investment fees. You have the account maintenance fees. And regarding the checking account, as long as you keep the account over $250, you don't have to pay the monthly service charge. Otherwise, it's $2 per month. And here's the fee structure, right? So it's pretty clear here. That's page 6 of this description that we got into. And then they go into all the other fees and what the hypotheticals look like. And we don't want to necessarily get into all that, but just wanted to make you aware that that is there. Contact us. How could you contact? You have a question, you want to reach out to somebody. What do? You can call them, you can email them, you can send them a piece of mail. Okay, now let's go to forms. Everything to open and manage your account. Okay, so once you know you want something, this is where you want to go. So there, you can enroll online, or you can send a hard copy, fill out an application and mail it in. Now, when it comes to certain forms, such as the power of attorney that we're going to see, that has to be done with an actual signature. So that you would need to download and fill out and then mail in. You can do the investment changes, again, online, or you can download the form and send that in. So they make it easy. They really want you to have the ability to have access to this. The only thing, this is a pet peeve of mine, more of a personal pet peeve, when it comes to filling out account applications, especially financial account applications. If you are, just be careful that you're not doing this on a public Wi-Fi, like you're not doing that at a Starbucks, or you're not doing it on a public computer in the library. The library is awesome and you should take advantage of all that. But when it comes to sharing your social security number and your birth date and your passwords, I'm just concerned. It's my own thing about, very sensitive in today's day and age about internet safety and security, and better to be in a secure Wi-Fi environment rather than a public environment when you're sharing information like that. Some may say it's different when you just want to check on the account after the account's established, but I will leave that to your own personal preference. Just wanted to put that out there. Okay, take 15 minutes and let's get started. So let's see what this is like. So setting up your investable Indiana account. So you should have the following information available. And I use a name just to get in. All right. Doesn't exist, so you can't really reach me here. And I'm not signing or clicking any agreements. So I feel that this is okay to just get you in the door. Personally, taking you beyond this, I think would be, may not be appropriate. So just wanted to show you as the door was opened into the account application, how this works. So there's six steps. One is all about you, and then they go through investments and picking the funds, etc. So are you the person? Are you the guardian? Are you the authorized individual? Who are you? They want to know who's the person doing all the click-throughs here. And again, your basic information, your name, your address, your social, your birth date, and what type of disability do you have? What category does this fall into? Okay. Or are you not listed, right? 7, are you not listed? Okay. And then you would just click on and complete the application. The other thing I wanted to share is that I did notice, which is really good, it's really best practice to have private policies available and business continuity plans available and security policies and plan disclosure documents. These are, you're giving your money to an institution. and you have this relationship, it's important to know that this is available, and you can click it, you can go through it, and that's something that I have for my own clients, and it's something that I think it's really best practice. All right. If you have any questions regarding the specific Indiana plan, you can feel free to reach the team, via email, via phone. But if you wanted to reach out to us, you wanted to let us know the types of things, that we can do some research on and learn and check out for you, that's our purpose. Our purpose is to, go out there, learn more about the life planning process, a detail, a matter, a question, do some research, share it with the community, and make it more and more available. Again, we're not experts in all this stuff. I'm here to learn just like you, because I have clients, I have family members with special needs, and I want to be there to be able to share this with them and help them grow. Please share this with other families and friends that you think may benefit, or other groups that may benefit. But if you wanted to reach us directly, you could reach us via email at info@specialneedslifeplanning.com. Again, info@info specialneedslifeplanning.com.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It means a lot that you've spent the time with us. Just wanted to ask you if you could to please subscribe to our channel. It does help us. It means a lot to us. And if you are watching this on the blog, you wouldn't be able to subscribe, but you would be able to put in your email address and join the ABLE Report community. That means when we come out with information, when we come out with our ABLE reports, you would receive it. So please enter your email address if this is on the blog, or click subscribe on right below this video. Thanks so much. Until next time.